In this video we're going to be going over how you can use ChatGPT to help with the process of learning languages. We'll be going through a variety of ways in which you can use ChatGPT to help learning languages. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get right onto ChatGPT. An important aspect of learning anything, especially languages, is being consistent. This is where ChatGPT can help. We can use it to come up with a personalised learning plan based on our specific situation. For example, if I type, "I am a beginner at learning French. I would like to learn the language in 1 year and have a maximum of 2 hours per day to learn. Please could you create a personalised learning plan for me?" It has now come back with a full learning plan that is broken down into multiple week chunks. It has provided the goals for that specific chunk along with the daily schedule, so we know exactly what we need to do for the days within a specific chunk of weeks. For example, for week 25 to 48, which is dedicated to consolidation and advanced learning, the goals for this section are to review and reinforce previously learned concepts focusing on areas of weakness, expand vocabulary and grammar knowledge to intermediate level, and engage in more complex conversations and writing exercises. And for daily schedule, we are being asked to do 50 minutes of reviewing grammar rules and vocabulary lists, do 10 minutes of writing exercises, and 5 minutes engaging in conversations. An important element of learning a new language is to be aware of the different pronouns. ChatGPT can help with this. For example, if I type, "What are the different pronouns in French and how are they used?" It has now provided 9 categories of pronouns, so we have subject pronouns, direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, reflexive pronouns, possessive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, relative pronouns, integrative pronouns, and finally indefinite pronouns. Within each section it has provided a list of pronouns. Next to each one is the English translation. This can be extremely useful for learning a new language, as pronouns are essential for efficient communication. Another prompt we could use to help with grammar is, "How do I address someone politely in Spanish?" It has now provided a list of titles for a variety of different people. For example, Senor means Mr. and is used for men, whereas Senora is Mrs. and is used to address a married woman. Next up, we're going to be using ChatGPT to come up with 500 different common words that are used in a specific language. For example, if I type, "Provide 500 commonly used words in Spanish." As expected, it has generated 500 commonly used words in Spanish. Next to each word is the English translation. This can be super useful as it can help with building vocabulary in a specific language, as it provides a solid foundation of essential words which you are likely to encounter in various contexts. An effective strategy to learn how different words are used in context is to do different language learning exercises, such as fill in the blank. You can use ChatGPT to create these for you and customize it to a specific theme. For example, I'm simply going to type, "I am a beginner at learning Spanish. Can you list 10 sentences in Spanish with words missing so I can fill in the blanks?" The theme of the sentences should be food. In the matter of seconds, it has provided 10 sentences which are between 4 and 8 words long, with 1 to 2 words missing in each one. Once we have finished filling in the blanks, we can ask ChatGPT something like, "Can you provide the answers for these sentences, along with the sentences translated into English?" It has now done exactly that, listing out the sentences with the answers in bold. Underneath each one it has provided the sentence in English. This activity is extremely useful as it allows you to gain an understanding of how different words are used. Another example of an exercise we can use ChatGPT for is a sentence scramble activity. This is where we have a list of words in a random order and we have to put them in the right order to create a sentence. I'm simply going to ask ChatGPT, "I am learning Spanish. Can you create 10 word sentences with the words for each sentences in the incorrect order so I can put them in the correct order?" It has now done exactly as I said in the prompt and listed out 10 sentences with the words in a random order. Once we have put them in the correct order, we can go back to ChatGPT and say, "Now put them in the correct order which matches and then match our answer to the answers provided." Another great way to improve your understanding of a different language is by reading books and watching movies and TV shows in the language you are learning. You may be confused as to what you should watch or read. This is where ChatGPT can help. I'm simply going to type, "Can you recommend some books in Spanish I can read to develop my understanding of the language?" It has now listed out 3 headings: beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced level. Under each level there's listed out 2 books which we could take a look into. Another prompt we could use is, can you recommend a variety of Spanish films and TV shows which I can watch to help understand Spanish? Just like for the books, it has listed out some films and TV shows which we could potentially watch. Last but not least, ChatGPT can be used to check over your work and provide improvements which you could make. If I type, can you read this article I wrote in German and provide some feedback, pointing out spelling mistakes, grammar errors and incorrect use of words, then paste that article. It has now come out with 6 suggestions for improvements which we can make. It has done this in German, but if we want this in English, we could type something like, can you provide the feedback in English? This can be extremely useful as ChatGPT is able to provide instant feedback, which allows you to amend any mistakes as soon as possible. That's all we have for this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.